What's up, everybody? This is Bunny and Bumblebee Talks. I'm Bumblebee.
And I'm Bunny. And our first topic for today is thinking from an idiot's perspective.
Woo! Now, before we go into it,
What?
just to, I feel like we got to do this for every beginning. Just, for those of you who are new, this is a talk show where we talk about just about everything. Give our perspectives.
Or you could say podcast.
Podcast, talk show.
Podcast and talk shows are different things, by the way.
True. So this is a podcast where we talk about everything, kind of just give our perspectives, stuff that people don't want to talk about. You might want to talk about. If you have any suggestions, definitely leave a comment, subscribe, like, and stay beautiful.
How do we want to go about this?
So thinking from an idiot's perspective. So like,
think about how Psycho was thinking today.
I can't because I'm not that stupid.
No, but I'm saying, but it says think from an idiot's perspective.
But like,
think about from all the things that I told you. Like,
okay, so like, wake up, go to work, and just come home,
play video
games, and be ignorant.
But you have to give an example.
So, I don't know, tell people, tell someone they're wrong about something, and then...
You gotta be more specific. You're like...
Okay, so someone comes to you and is like, NASA launched a new spaceship. And you go, no, they didn't. And they go, no, look, it's right here. Here's the video for it. He's like, I don't see shit.
Well, it's not, I don't see it. But I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. Hey, bro, it's right here on the phone, the video of the spaceship being launched. What are you talking about?
Or the Listerine thing, like where Listerine has about like, was it like 25% alcohol or like 50% or whatever it is. And literally the argument was, if you suck a dick, right?
Yeah, y'all should have seen my face just now. Continue.
If you suck a dick, you know what I'm saying? If you rinse your mouth out with Listerine and the Listerine gets on your lips, essentially it will still kill the germs altogether from in your mouth to on your lips for how much alcohol is put in regular bottles.
That's why they put the alcohol in there, to kill germs, yes.
So the argument was that's stupid, that wouldn't work. What are you talking about? Listerine is for your mouth and your mouth only. But then I did research on my phone, and you could use Listerine as a household cleaning product.
Mm-hmm.
You could kind of make your own Lysol wipes out of Listerine. Like, it has enough alcohol content in it where if you could clean your house with it, you're telling me it can't kill the germs off your lips if it was on your lips?
Yeah, no, you could.
And I literally had articles to prove that Listerine was powerful enough to do these things. And I was still called stupid. Was still made fun of.
That's the thing about people who are idiots. They portray their insecurity about how dumb they are about a subject onto someone else. So, because they didn't know something, you're stupid.
Okay.
See how that makes sense? It doesn't make sense. Exactly.
No, what?
Exactly.
I'm so confused right now.
You tell me that red is red, and I'm going to tell you red is blue. Right? But you're like, no, red is red. And you're showing me a chart with all the fucking colors and what they all look like. And I'm like, nah.
It's like the argument that I've had with people about how Black isn't a color.
Yeah.
And people will argue up and down like, oh, but black is my favorite color. But if you really look at what consists of a color, black isn't a color.
Yeah. Well, technically neither is white.
True. You really, all what's considered a color is all the colors in the rainbow.
Mm.
But if you tell somebody that,
No. Okay.
oh my God, the world is gonna come to an end.
Fuck are you talking about? Black's not a color. I wear black all the time.
And then the crazy part is, like, this is all based on, like, biology and, like, you know, stuff like that. Like, science-based. Like, this isn't, like, something that you could, like, make up yourself.
Yeah. Black,
this is all stuff you could look up if you want to.
For those of you who don't know, black is a mixture of all colors, and white is the absence of all color. So, you know, a little color history lesson or something along those lines for y'all. It's technically not a color. It's all colors, and white is definitely not a color because there's no color within it, which is why it's white. Which is why it's so easy. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, to put color onto a white surface because there's no color there to begin with, whereas it's harder on a black surface because black holds all color. Y'all see how that makes sense now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then hence why if you wear a white shirt in the summertime as opposed to a black shirt, you're not going to be as hot as if you wear a black shirt over a white shirt because it doesn't absorb as much heat.
Correct.
And that's really with any color, to be honest, because if you wear red, you're going to absorb a little bit more heat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they always say wear light colors during the summer because of that reasoning, because it absorbs more sun. Or more sun, or heat, more heat from the sun, I should say.
All correct.
Or the sky isn't actually blue.
That's another one. And then you provide them with facts, and they're just like, but it's blue. I look at it every day.
Yeah, but it's not actually blue.
Just like the ocean's not really blue.
Well, it depends on where you go.
It does depend on where you go.
It does depend on
But
where you
water
go.
is clear.
True.
The ocean reflects the sky, and we all know that the sky...
But there are some places where, depending on where you live, the water genuinely looks blue.
It looks blue.
But I mean, like, it actually looks like the way ocean water is supposed to look like in those pretty ass pictures.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to, like, if you go to a beach in Jersey, it's like, what is
it's
this?
Like, what is
this?
The Goo Lagoon?
Yeah. But yeah, like, you know, but if you tell somebody that, they look at you like you're crazy. But this is all based off of science. This isn't like something that, like, we just made up and we're just like, hey, like, we're just pulling this out of our ass and, like...
I mean, I could pull stuff, facts, information out of my ass if that's what they want, but I'd prefer to give actual facts and actual information that's, you know, real. Because I could walk around and be like, pigeons speak Spanish, right? They chirp like fucking the rest of the birds do. You know what I mean? But I could go and say there's a pigeon out there that is fluent in Portuguese. I can do that if that's what people want.
I mean, they might be.
Yeah. It could be. You never know. This world is fucking strange.
Yeah, it could be like the secret life of pets. You never know.
Another Percy the platypus walking around this motherfucker.
But I'm trying to think of something else.
Oh, I said Percy. It's Perry the platypus.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
But I'm trying to think of something else.
Idiots are idiots, and I'm not talking about from the perspective of like someone who's genuinely just not as smart as other people. I'm talking about when I say idiot, I say someone who's ignorant, who refuses
to take in knowledge.
And you're an idiot.
And I feel like it's sad, especially when it's someone that you know is supposed to be college educated. It makes it even worse because it's like the whole purpose of whether college was your thing or not. The whole purpose of college is to open up your mind to want to take in information. And for you to be able to get a college degree and not take in information and think you know everything kind of essentially means that wherever you went to school, they failed you.
Yes. And it's sad.
And you paid all that money and you're paying student loans for what? For a piece of paper.
For a piece of paper, and you're still dumber than a lot of people. You're book smart. And that's the thing. You're book smart in the subject that you studied. But when it comes to just learning things like just learning things about the world, it's like, nah. Like, you don't want to do that. And it's ridiculous.
Or like what kills me is like when you have those people that are like, if you got information from somebody and you're like, oh, well, this person said this. I hate those people that instantly assume just because you got information from somebody else that it has to be wrong just because it was information from somebody else. That doesn't necessarily mean that the information is wrong.
Yeah.
It just means that they got information from another source that they choose to use.
Yeah. It's just it's crazy. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I hate how much people refuse information. And it can be about anything. Like, I had an argument with a guy, right? Over Pizzagate. I don't know if you know what Pizzagate is.
What the hell is Pizzagate?
Pizzagate is when they were doing the whole thing where they were like Hillary Clinton's emails and blah, 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 blah. But someone had came up with these fake emails and with these code words with like pizza meant little boys or something like that. And like they came up with these code words and then they brought up these like fake emails. And they were like, this means this, and this means this, and this means this. And I was like, yo, there's mad places that cite that as being fake. Nah, but it's real. Nah, but look. It's like, it's fake. Like, it's fake news. Like, it's somebody that's trying to push the narrative that, you know, all of these people are doing this. Where, you know, it very well could be, but it's not based off of that information. That's not really happening. Right? There's other files that they're looking at right now in court. Right? Off that new lady that they just caught. I forget what her name is. But she was a friend of Epstein. They got her and her files. And the judge is going over them. And these Hillary Clinton emails, they don't really tell you anything. It could be some code. But we don't know it. You know what I mean? So it's and even that, I could have read something that was wrong. You know what I mean? But all in all, I you know, if we're going back and forth and you're wrong and I'm wrong and we're both fucking stupid, but you know what? If somebody comes along with me with better information, I'll take that and then I'll look it up myself. You know what I mean? Like, whereas some people are just like, no, what I know is fact and that's it.
Yeah, like I've had like with the Listerine situation, I literally screenshotted articles that like explained what you could do with Listerine other than rinsing it out in your mouth. And like I still didn't get an apology. I didn't get no like, oh my bad. All I got was like,
you got it. You're stupid.
Yeah, like and then like making me feel stupid with everybody else in their household and like talking about the situation with everybody else in the household, and I'm like, but like I'm not wrong though. You know what I mean? Like if you could use that product to clean your house, how are you saying that you can't use it to kill germs off your lips if you did put it on your lips?
Exactly. But that, you know, just goes to show you that, you know, people are idiots.
True.
Anything else you want to add?
don't know. You got anything else?
I'm good. If you guys know any idiots in your personal lives, leave us a little comment down low. Give us a little story, a little situation, or where they were being an idiot. I'd love to read them.
So our next topic is, can an animated character have qualities that make them like your sibling?
That make them like your sibling. I believe animated characters. I watch anime, right? I'll admit, you can get emotionally attached to them, but I wouldn't necessarily, like, you could get emotionally attached to TV characters, right? You get really into a show, you're like, yo, I fucking like this dude. Like, this dude's a good dude, and then they kill him off the show, and you're like, fuck. You know what I mean? Stop. But you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to get emotionally attached, especially if they're well written. But as far as like feeling like they're my sibling, that's a stretch.
I feel like Hello Kitty is like my sister I never had. So like so I don't know what you're talking about.
but see, you're a huge Hello Kitty fan.
Yeah, but I've also done a lot of research on Hello Kitty and know stuff about Hello Kitty that a lot of people
wouldn't necessarily know. Yeah, that's why I said you're a huge Hello Kitty fan. But coming from someone who's just like, who's an avid anime watcher, I watch a whole bunch of different shows.
She's an anime.
Yeah, I know, but I watch a whole bunch of different shows, and that's not something that you normally like. I maybe if I
no, but I'm saying, but like, so you're saying you never watched like an animated show and was like, that kind of reminds me of my brother, or that kind of reminds me of my sister, or whatever.
Yeah. But, like, to feel as though they are is just not something I've ever experienced.
I mean, they could be. But, like, you may not go to that extreme of calling them that.
Yeah. Because there's plenty of anime characters. Like, I know about 15 or 16 people that remind me of Vegeta alone. It's just wild arrogant for no reason.
Wait, who?
Just a couple people I know.
Ooh, name.
I got a name drop on the podcast.
Yeah.
My boy Deshaun. He's Vegeta, and he'll openly admit.
Who else?
Why you want to know everybody?
No, I'm curious. I'm curious.
Arrogant. That's arrogant like that.
I'm curious.
You think you are?
No, I don't think I'm arrogant.
Psycho. He reminds me of Vegeta.
Hell, don't even give him the power of Vegeta, though.
Nah, he's not the power. The personality.
Oh, yeah, he's too much of a bitch to be Vegeta.
Yeah.
But he has the personality of Vegeta.
Yeah, all talk.
I just want to let that be
all
known.
Talking that gets dragged.
Yeah.
Like.
Look, hear me out. Anybody that ever watched Dragon Ball Z, I would give it to Vegeta. He may be arrogant, but at least when it comes to a fight, he will fight.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Psycho, he's one of those people that's arrogant, but he would never back up the words that he talks or proclaims that he can do. And you know what? And the reason why I say this is because I know for personal experience that he's nothing but talk.
But it's the arrogance that I'm like really focused on. Like, just there's a lot of people out there that are just super arrogant. So it's easy to refer them to like Vegeta or refer them to like who's another arrogant character?
I would call Psycho more like the bitch version of Gohan. Cause he's like, you know what I mean, like trying to fit into the group, but like.
You mean like Hercule, Mr. Satan, aka Mr. Satan, who fronts like he's the strongest fighter in the world, but we all know who's really doing all the dirt out there. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was giving him Gohan, like the bitch version of Gohan. Anybody that knows Gohan.
Yeah, but you seen Super Gohan got busy.
Yeah, I said bitch version of Gohan, so I meant like the younger version of Gohan where he was like, "Oh, daddy," like I meant that one.
Yeah, that's too much praise for him. Because even that Gohan stepped up when it was time to step up.
Touche. True. He don't. Let's put it this way: he don't got backbone for anything. If he was put in a situation where he had to fight, he would. He thinks talking and clapping his hands like a female is fighting. So let's put it that way.
Damn, son getting dragged today. We didn't drag them twice now. So they gonna think we hating.
We're not hating. Hey, you know what? I will firmly say this. You want to be a clown? I will let you be a clown. And you know what? I appreciate you for giving me something to joke about. Thank you for being such a joke.
The one character though, that really like, I guess it's more my childhood that kind of really stuck with me in my childhood was Naruto. That was my guy. I fucked with him heavy. That's probably the closest thing.
Oh, you gonna say go something?
Nah. He liked Naruto because he probably saw them throwing up hand signs and he's like, oh, they gangsters.
You don't even know what gang signs is.
But Naruto taught me a lot. You know what I mean? So it did. It did. Like.
Let me think. When you said, let me think about the fucking. Oh, I'm from Atlanta, but I've been living in Jersey since I was 8.
Right. I can't.
Oh, sit your ass down, bro. I got an accent still. Can somebody comment down below if you've been living in a state almost your whole entire life, would you still have an accent from Atlanta if you've been living in Jersey since you were 8 years old? Please let me know, because
she really vexed about this shit right now.
No, because because here's the thing. The reason why I brought that up was because there was a whole argument behind it. Or not even an argument, a disagreement behind it.
This goes back to our idiot statement.
Yeah, it was a whole disagreement behind, oh, but I'm from Atlanta and I still got an accent. You just don't hear it. You've been living in Jersey since you were 8. How do you still have an accent from Atlanta?
Almost 18 years, 20 years now, probably.
No, it's 20 years. It's over 20 years. Because remember, you were living in the house since you were 8 and you're almost halfway through.
I'm talking about for when you knew him, though. When you met him, it was only 18 years, maybe. By now, it's about 21. 20. If he's around my age. Either way, he ain't.
Yeah, but you don't got no fucking accent. And the crazy part is, if he went back down to Atlanta, ain't nobody gonna be like, yeah, you from here. Nah, they gonna look at you as a Jersey boy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he from up north. That boy from up north. He from up north. Think he one of us? I don't think so.
Go back to where you came from. Joke.
Do we have anything else to add to this anime subject, though?
I would say I feel like I'm Chi-Chi, though.
You feel like you're Chi-Chi?
I think so. You don't think so?
You're not as demanding as Chi-Chi.
No,
Chi-Chi's she's next level crazy.
No, I'm not. No. I didn't mean the demanding part. I meant the not taking no shit from nobody.
Yeah, I can see that. But Chi-Chi's also psychotic.
I feel like I'm in the mix between Chi-Chi and Kale.
And Kale? Kale's so innocent and sweet until she's mad.
No, I mean but the mad part. And then having the innocent sweet part. I don't have an innocent sweet part.
Yeah, you innocent and sweet. You're sweet. You're a sweetheart.
You have to think about that.
Was I quick enough?
But I feel like I'm in like the mix between like the two of them. If I had to choose between like
I can see it.
like I'm not too much like Chi Chi where it's like
Yeah, you don't have Chi Chi's craziness.
no.
But like you have her determination, definitely. You have her no nonsense. You're not finna fuck with me attitude. And then you know, you've got that don't piss me off thing with Kale.
Hence why Kale's on my car. I feel like that's why people be tailgating my car.
Yeah, and they're trying to see what you got on the back of your car. They're like, yo, is that a... She's got a half naked decal of Kale on the back of her car.
Yeah.
She'd be like, ever since she got it too, like, she'd be on the phone like, why you tailgating me, bruh? Why you so close to me, bruh? Back up, bruh.
They wasn't doing that when I had the Majin Buu symbol.
Yeah, because they didn't have no anime character over there covering her titties. That's what it was. Now you got an anime character on the back of your shit covering her titties.
Wearing a bikini bottom and shit.
Yeah. Oh, they like, what's that? Oh, let me get closer. What's going on over there? What kind of car is that?
What's she talking about?
Yeah. What's she talking? What she got going on in the front seat? Let me see what's going on in the front seat. Let me get so close to the back that I can see what's going on in the front. That's what's really going on.
Hey, it might be. You never know.
Alright, we ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. All right. Does your partner listen to you?
It's funny because we just had a huge talk about this.
What do you mean?
Just listening to each other and stuff.
I feel like we have our moments where we don't listen to each other, but I also feel like depending on how the conversation goes, we also take the time to sit back and like listen to the other person's side. Maybe we might not do that in the moment, but we at least do it before.
We always give each other a chance to talk.
Yeah, like we always do it before the next day kicks in. So I feel like maybe you have your moments of forgetting stuff, just like I might have my moments of forgetting stuff. But like as far as like not listening altogether, I feel like for the most part we're pretty good with that. I don't think we really have any issues with that. Maybe we might have moments where we might not listen in the moment, depending on how the conversation goes.
But we always come back to it.
Yeah, like we always.
And even if we don't resolve it that day, like there's been cases like where we've, like the last time we had a nice long talk, it started the day before.
True, but for us it usually only lasts like maybe a day or like two,
and we get it resolved, we talk it out, and because neither one of us honestly has the patience to fucking argue. Because that's what happens when you don't listen, you end up arguing. So what we do is we'll just forget about it. We'll talk about it fucking later. We'll just move on right now, and then when we're both calm down and in the right state of mind, we bring the subject back up and hey, look, this is what's going on. This is how I feel about this.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of couples don't do that. I feel like a lot of couples just kind of they act like they clear up whatever the issue is, but then they never actually listen to what their partner is saying.
Yeah.
They claim that they do, but they never actually do.
Yeah. Or they listen and they just keep doing whatever it was. You know what I mean? So they'll hear out what their partner has to say. Yeah, I hear you, but I'm like this, so I don't gotta change. You either accept me for what I am, or you can keep it moving. And like for a certain extent, that's right. Accept me for what I am. Accept me for how I am. But
and another extent, like you also have to be realistic about when it's time to make changes to yourself, not just for your relationship, but just for yourself, whether you stay with that person or not. Because if you're not willing to make changes, you're going to end up alone, essentially, whether it's with that person or somebody else.
yeah, and you know, I, we tell each other all the time, like even if we're she really won't let me have this armrest, whether we stay together or not. Like we have to. There's certain things. There's always going to be something that we have to work on. You know, whether we make it together or not, like that the next person is just not going to tolerate. You know what I mean? And we have to find it within ourselves to be like, all right, well, I can fix this about me. I can fix this about me. I can change this about myself. I can, when someone asks me this certain type of question, I don't have to answer it this type of way, or, I don't have to get an attitude about this, or I don't have to get upset by this, or you know what I mean? It's just we learn from each other how to be better for each other, but we also are teaching each other to be better for ourselves too in the long run, because we're more than just me and her. I have to be a better person for me, for everyone around me. She has to be a better person for her, for everyone around her, because one day we'll have kids. One day we'll have a whole bunch of people around us, and we're doing our best to boot toxic traits. And I mean, you're human. You're always gonna make mistakes. You're always gonna say the wrong thing. You're always gonna get upset or over exaggerate about something. Overreact, I should say. But it's because you're human. But you have to be able to acknowledge those mistakes and acknowledge those faults and move forward and try to be better for next time. And that's what we got really good at. And it started with straight up just listening to each other.
Yeah.
Just listening to what we didn't like.
Yeah, and then also, like, we don't really argue. We disagree, but we don't really argue. So yeah. I think that plays a big factor. Like, we've had hardcore disagreements, but we've never really hardcore, like, argued with each other. We were, like,
literally, we're 1 for 1 with yelling. I've yelled once, and she's yelled once.
But, like...
2 separate occasions, but, like...
But, like, it wasn't, like, an argument, though. It was just, like... It was a misunderstanding that we cleared up, but it wasn't, like... We were blatantly just arguing with each other, just yelling at each other, and then not even having the opportunity to hear the other person's side. It was literally... And
in both situations, we both went... When the first time when I yelled, you were like, whoa. Calm down. Slow down. And when you yelled at me, I was like, yo, you don't have to yell.
True.
It's, listening to each other. We make a pretty good team, too. If I do say so myself. We're pretty alright together, you know what I'm saying? And, you got anything else for that? Yo, love your partner.
Yeah.
Love them. The best way to love them is to listen to what they have to say. I mean, like, that shit goes a long way when you just listen to their fears. You listen to their wants. You listen to their needs. And you guys will find happiness with each other when you learn to do that.
Yeah. Because you can't just like sweep everything under the rug.
Fuck no. This shit just piles up.
Well, yeah, because what ends up happening is you might sweep it under the rug and it may not be a problem at the moment because you swept it under the rug, but then it's going to come back up later on, and a lot of people don't realize that until it comes back up later on down the line.
As an experiment, I want y'all to literally get a broom and a rug and just sweep as much as you can underneath that rug. And then notice how that rug stops going down. Things just keep building up under it. You keep sweeping it under the rug. It just keeps building up. And then one day that rug never meets the floor. And everything underneath the rug spills out. That's what happens when you don't talk to your partner. One day they just get fed up. And they might burn your house down. Like, you don't know what the outcome's going to be. But because you never took the time to listen to them, you end up causing someone to get out of character. Instead of now coming to you regularly, they explode. They ignite. And all these issues, and you're like, well, why didn't you ever say anything to me? And it's like, I've been trying to. You just didn't hear me until I started acting like a fool.
True.
And that's the worst way to just listen from the jump. Just save you a whole lot of heartache and a whole lot of grief.
True. Anything else you want to add? Or?
Hey, if you're in a relationship, put your anniversary date down there. I'd like to see how long some of y'all been together.
That'd be interesting. I didn't think we'd last that long with your annoying, so.
Oh, damn. Man, we about to hit 6 months, y'all. It's lit.
What,
She's stuck with me now.
Like 6 months and what, like 3 years of friendship?
Yeah. We do pretty good together. Next subject.
Alright, so our next subject is, do you have to tell your partner about your whereabouts?
Yes. Oh my god, me and her talked about this so much. We've talked about this so much. It comes up all the time. I feel like, for me personally, right, it's not about necessarily, right, because she knows I trust her, right? But it's not about knowing where you are just to know where you are. I need to know where you are in case anything, God forbid, happens. You know what I mean? Anything. Anything can happen. Something could happen at home. And I just need to know where you are, so I know that you're safe. And I know that if you're out there and something happens while you're out, I know where to come get you. Or I know where to go if, I need to get away from wherever I'm at. And there's a situation going on wherever I'm at. But the same goes vice versa. Like, I would tell you, like, hey, look, this is where I'm going. And don't do it like... Communication is key. Like, going back to the last conversation, like, it's more than just listening. Like, you have to communicate. You have to be willing to communicate. Like, even if it's about your whereabouts. Like, hey, babe, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Because when you decide that you're just going to go do shit and not tell the other person, they're going to feel the same way. And more times than not, you're going to feel some type of way that they're doing it, even though you're doing it to them. So, lead by example and just tell them where you're at. I tell her every time, anytime my boys invite me out, even if I don't go, right? It's been a while. The last time was the barbecue that my boys were doing, remember? But anytime, when I used to go and get the chowfa place, I would tell you, we were still a fucking like month in to our relationship, and I would still tell you, I was telling you what I was doing. Because it's I'd rather you know where I was than you blowing me up like, where you at? Why are you not picking up the phone? Why aren't you texting me back? And like, not saying you're the type, because you be like, you text me back when you text me back. I don't give a fuck.
But I also feel like it's a respect thing too. Like you can't expect somebody to tell you their whereabouts if you're not willing to do it for them. And you also have to understand the reasoning behind why they want to know your whereabouts. Like, you can't, like, feel some type of way about them wanting to know your whereabouts. Like, because some people genuinely just want to know just so they can, like, get to you. Like you said, like, if something happens. And what a lot of people don't understand is if you don't tell the person that you're going to go out or do things, and you wait like last minute, you can't get mad if the person does the same thing to you or doesn't tell you when they go out because you were doing it to them.
It goes both ways. And that's the bottom line to it. You have to treat them like you want to be treated.
I mean, I've had a situation where, you know, like I said, I'm going to say no names, but,
you know who you are.
But
we know you watching.
They might be. You never know. That would be funny. You know, the clown of like all the jokes up in here. But you know, I would literally find out that they were going out literally through social media just because I was just like happened to be on my phone and just see it. Not like stalking or anything, but just see it. And I wouldn't say anything.
Checking the Snapchat stories.
I wouldn't like say anything, but then I'd be like, but damn, but you want me to hit you up and be like, hey, I'm going out or I'm gonna go do this and whatever the case is, but you don't even feel like you have to do that with me. And that's the crazy part to me, where it's always the person that isn't even doing that for you. They're expecting you to do that for them. And you can't expect that. Like, you just can't. Like, it's not fair. Whether you're a guy or whether you're a girl. Like, it's just not fair either way. No matter how you want to, you know, paint it or whatever the case is.
It's respect.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it kind of shows how much respect you have for your partner. Because your partner shouldn't be finding out that you went out by looking on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or like my homeboy shouldn't call me because he went to the same bar that you ended up going to that night. And he's like, yo, you know your girl over here? Like, I don't want that. I've not had that happen to me, but I've had that happen to friends where they get a call and they're like, yo, you know your girl over here, right? And they be like, the fuck? What you mean my girl over there? She's supposed to be home doing homework and shit. Like, you know.
You want me to spin on me?
Oh, my bad.
What?
My bad.
What's wrong with you?
I'm hot. It's hot in here.
No, it's not hot in here. You just hot. You going through menopause.
Yeah. It's my old age. All 28 years of me.
He's saying his old age, but I'm older than him. That's the crazy part.
About 6 months.
Almost a year. A whole year. Guess who's celebrating their birthday now?
Oh, yeah. Your whole birthday month.
Mm-hmm. Starting it early.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, everybody.
You got anything else to add?
Nah, just let your partner know, and hopefully your partner is doing the same thing. And if your partner isn't, and you choose not to tell them your whereabouts, technically you're not wrong, because they're kind of doing it to you. So, I mean, you kind of have to keep it equal. You can't expect somebody to
do unto others as you want done unto you.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of people don't, you know, follow that value, so.
Nope, they just expect,
you know, the sun, moon, and the stars.
Yeah, but they only giving gravel.
Yeah, right? But I think that's about it on that one. You're gonna like this topic. This is gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
Is "You Are My Sunshine" a real song?
Oh my God! I remember when you talked to me about this. Yo, we're really dragging him. We're dragging him.
You know what?
We're dragging him
because you are an idiot. "You Are My Sunshine" is a song, and you want to know why? I am so mad that it was told to me that it wasn't a song. Was because this was a situation. He was like, "Sing me a song," and in the moment, on the spot, I was on the spot. I didn't have time to like think about a song. And that was the first song that came to my head. I don't know why. It just did. And I started singing it. And then he stopped me in the middle of singing it. And he goes, "That's not a song. I thought you were going to sing me a real song." And I like looked at him like, technically that is a song. Like, what? He just totally disrespected that song altogether. And he claimed that it's not a song.
It's a song.
But like...
It's a song that was written by a person that's been sang by many different people.
But my thing is...
Millions of people.
But my thing is, right, like, as a dude, how would you feel about a chick singing that to you? As a dude, like, if that was the...
If I'm laying down with my lady here and she tells me that the first song that comes to mind when I say sing me a song is "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray."
I really want to copyright. Hold on.
You know what I mean? We're not playing the song. It's okay if we say it. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, you start singing that type of song to me. Like, I'm not going to be like, "Yo, that's not a song. The fuck?" Like, "Oh, she's cute. She's cute." And she already knows I love when she be singing her little songs. I'd be like with the biggest smile. It don't matter what the song is. I love seeing her sing. Bored.
Like I literally sang "Bored in the House" to him while I was at work. But like, how disrespectful is that?
Very. Just be appreciative.
It's like, what did you want me to sing? Like a Beyonce song? Like,
yeah. To the left. I told you I'd have won that. This is why I couldn't be a woman.
Or like a Rihanna song or something like that. You needed me.
You need. Or what's the other one? What was the other one?
What, sex?
No, she was like, "You were just another notch on my belt."
Damn, I don't know the name.
I can't think of the. I can't even think of how the song goes, but I remember that lyric, that line. Well, Rihanna's a savage.
Well, either way, it's
any like, Rihanna song would have worked.
When she first started, she started kind of like not so savage, she kind of became savage.
Yeah, she showed her true self.
Yeah, but like either way, it's like, what type of song were you expecting me to sing?
I'd have been like to the left, to the left.
Like, I'm a boss ass bitch. Like, what was
real ass bitch? Give a fuck about it.
Yo, you know what's funny? When I came home from work on Friday, this
is what your mom was playing?
No, that's what I ended up playing when I like pulled up to the house. Like after I got gas in my car.
Oh shit! You was bumping City Girls after we got off the phone. Right after we got off the phone. That's crazy.
No, it came on because it like shuffled and it like came on. But I'm like, I was really confused in that moment because I thought I was like being cute and romantic, and you know what I mean. Like I thought it was gonna be like taken as like a cute gesture, and then it was like a big slappy face.
Let me know down in the comments what songs are acceptable for your girlfriend or your boyfriend, your significant other, whoever it is. What songs are acceptable for them to sing to you when you want them to sing to you?
And do you consider "You Are My Sunshine" a song?
Yes. It's a song. I don't give a fuck what you guys say in the comments. It's it's a song.
Yeah.
It's a song. It was written as a song. It's a song.
Yeah, well, according to that special being out there, it's not a song.
Special's an understatement.
Why you say special's an understatement? Oh, no, special is too good of a word for him.
Is way too good of a word for him. Yeah,
I can't even call.
It's a word that we can't say on YouTube.
He's so dumb. I can't even call him a Forrest Gump because Forrest Gump was smarter than him. That's how dumb he is. Unfortunately, Jenny,
why don't you love me, Jenny? Life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh.
Jenny.
Yeah, I feel it's so messed up, but this would this would be so funny if he actually heard this though.
Oh yeah,
that would really.
It'd be hilarious.
That would make my day.
Do we have anything else to add?
I don't know. I think we set our point on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a song, 100%. If I see anyone in the comments say that it's not a song, I'm deleting the comment. And I'm reporting them for harassment.
It might be your special buddy.
Good. I'll report them from all my YouTube accounts.
I can't. Oh my god, I'd be so messed up if he's really listening to this. He's gonna be like, damn.
I don't give a fuck.
No, but you know what's funny though? He always worried about people talking about him, so this is what he wanted, so he got what he wanted.
You're so vain. Moving on.
Alright, so our next thing is trivia. So.
Oh, it's... Okay. I thought we had another... Alright. Let me bust out the notepad.
The notepad's right there.
She's judging me, y'all. Alright, so... These are, These have nothing to do... I didn't even write the last answer, but I know it.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay. Who created Where's Waldo?
A white person.
Yes. But like...
No, that's all I can like.
If you know the answer, write it down in the comments. You got 2 seconds to write it down in the comments.
What's the answer?
The answer is Martin Hanford.
And he was a white person.
He was a white person.
So I was
very white.
I was half white.
Right. You were almost there.
Yeah.
You had most of the equation done.
Yeah.
What was the first movie ever filmed? I believe it was in the 30s. It was a short film.
What type of movie was it?
Like a very short film.
No. Like, what was it about?
There's no real description of it.
Like, was it like zombie? Was it like...
No, hold on.
Was it like a love movie? Was it like a killer movie? Give me something to work with.
It was a short silent film recorded by French inventor Louis Le Prince. And it's believed to be the oldest surviving film in existence.
I don't know.
Let's look at the overview.
That vampire movie.
Dracula?
No. I gotta look it up now.
I'm like. So I'm gonna give a little description of it. Nosferatu. No. What year did that come out?
1922.
No, this movie was out in 1888. It was a short film. It was a short film. Are you ready for the name?
Okay, go ahead. I don't know. I tried.
It was called Roundhay Garden Scene.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
And it's a short silent film recorded. Yeah. So basically, right, with this one, it was he had his family as the actors, and it was October 14th when he filmed it. And he had his son playing in it, his mother-in-law, his father-in-law, Annie Hartley. It was in the garden, and his daughter. Like it's just people walking around and doing shit.
Okay, let's go on to the next topic. Right.
Okay,
you're just dragging that on.
Where was this? Is because we had Wendy's earlier. Where was the first Wendy's located? The very first Wendy's.
Wait, is that why you came up with that topic? Or?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
No, not even the slightest. Columbus, Ohio. Go figure.
The only thing I know about Wendy's, wasn't it like named after his daughter or something like that?
I think so. The first Pokemon ever drafted.
The first Pokemon ever drafted?
Yep, ever created.
Ever created?
Yep, by the Pokemon Company.
I don't know.
No?
No.
It was Rhydon.
I was gonna say Pikachu, but...
Yep, he was the first one. He was the first one to be coded in the game. Actually, he's the one behind... Remember the Missingno glitch thing that was in the first Pokemon games?
What color?
Red, blue, and yellow.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I played that, so I don't know.
No, and yeah, it's behind that. And the first black NFL player.
First black NFL? I don't know.
No?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna have you help me out with the next set of questions, so that way you might have some answers.
Hey, I was good with the Declaration of Independence.
The guy's name was Kenny Washington.
You picked like questions like that I would never like.
I picked questions that a lot of people wouldn't know the answer to.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't
That's
even.
the whole point. That's the whole point of trivia, though. So ask completely trivial questions.
I think that's like entirely up to you, though.
But think about it this way, right? On 2K, there's a trivia night, right? And they ask all these questions, and then like about basketball, and then they'll come out with a question like, "Who won the 2010 Best Artist Award in the Grammys?" And we're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is supposed to be basketball questions." Or they'll like ask like about tectonic plates, and we're like, "It's the basketball game."
Okay, are you done with trivia?
I'm done with trivia. Look, she's rushing me off. She's rushing me off.
No, because you're getting off topic.
I'm not.
Yeah, you were. You were talking about 2K with the random trivia that they give.
I'm just saying, trivia is supposed to be random.
Well, no, I get that, but you're getting off topic.
And then she's throwing my arm off the armrest again.
I've done it so many times at this point, you should be used to it. But we have nothing else to add, so...
We love you all. Like and sub. Comment. Stay healthy. Stay beautiful.
Reach out to my other channel.
Yeah, shout out to her channel. Shout out to my Twitch. Yeah. Show support. Peace. You said forget my Twitch. Whatever. I think that's it.
I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll try to make sure we keep up with our regular upload schedule, and
yeah, I'll try not to lose my voice anymore, I promise.
Yeah, that's his supposed excuse. But like we said in the first podcast, if you guys have any ideas that you might want us to talk about, we'll put it into consideration. Comment down below. You can reach out to me on my social media and let me know what the idea is. Maybe it might not necessarily be the next podcast per se, but we'll definitely consider it for podcasts coming up soon. And if you enjoyed, like we said before, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time.
Bye.